Alright guys, James here with Gung Ho Bows. It's been a while, I know. Look at here. This is about 35 pounds of thin sliced deer meat that I've been working on. Yesterday afternoon, I spent most of, I don't know, about 3 hours out here processing deer. I've got separating those hindquarters into muscle groups and cutting all the sinew off. I'm getting ready to make a huge batch of deer meat to take to send to my Hawaiian relatives. And look at, I mean, my place looks like a bomb has went off here. I mean, me and old Holt been out here in the shop all morning. I've got hunting clothes, stands, packs, blocks, more stands, coolers. I did add a bunch more busted arrows over there to the arrow collection this year though. But I mean, it's just, there's a couple deer carcasses right there. I got this stuff broke down here in muscle groups, been slicing it up, and I'll show y'all how I do that. Look at these beautiful, beautiful slices. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah. That's perfect. Dang, that's really, really close.
That's hard to do one-handed, but that's showing y'all how I do it. This is what I got left right here. So far, I've got about 35 pounds of that deer meat here. And as you can see here in the shop, I've been busy with it. But I just got stuff everywhere. I did catch my favorite stand ever on sale the other day for $189, and those are the Millennium M8s. And yes, I pay full price for them. I'm not sponsored by them, but man, it'd be nice to be. But me and old Holt out here, he's so full of red deer meat, he can't move. He's been coming over here for 2 days, nipping on that. But my buddy Trey Wagner, he just left, and he's been over here hunting with me for 2.5 days, and he had a few opportunities, but you know, when I say opportunities, deer in range, but he wasn't able to get drawn back. One of them was so jumpy, and the other one, he was in a place he's trying to kill a little bit better deer, but no success. But seeing deer and getting deer inside 20 yards is a success. The game we play is a game of close, and one thing I've learned this year, this is the first year I have let more deer walk this year than I have since I picked up a stick bow. And I mean, I've had probably 4 or 5 encounters this year of really good deer. And you know, this is all suburban hunting I'm talking about. But man, they just got a sixth sense. I've had everything in my favor a couple times, and they just lock up at about 20 yards. It's amazing. A deer over 4 years old is definitely a different critter, and I got tired of it. I sat on that deer I just shot. I set 37 sets in what I would call the worst place I have to deer hunt. And when I say the worst, as far as seeing deer, you're either gonna be a hero or a zero over there, basically. There's not a whole lot of deer in there, but I have, there's 3 broken bloody arrows from this week right there. I have, after the rut, I decided to just take a feeder down there and stick it on the river bottom. In the thickest place there was, and fill it with corn, put a camera on it and stay out of there. Well, that deer showed up 2 afternoons, one right at dark and one at about 10 minutes till dark. And the 3rd afternoon I was sitting there, and Trey just happened to be up there with me, thank the Lord. And he was about 5 miles from me. And I got there, and squirrels a couple days before had chewed a hole in the bottom of the feeder, and all the corn was on the ground. And I was to the point where literally I was like, I'm not filling the feeder back up. I'm done. I'm just gonna go just hunt when I can and quit worrying about the deer. Well, all of a sudden he showed up and he disappeared and come back in there. I hadn't seen a picture of the deer since middle of October. Saw another one, but it just happened like that. When I quit trying so hard, boom, it just fell in my lap. I've got a good video of that coming, but it's gonna be a while. But I got so much stuff to pick through, and I mean, I've got a year's worth of history with that deer. But I just wanted to tell y'all it's coming. I got a lot of stuff coming. I got a bunch of does. I finally quit big buck hunting and started shooting some does here lately, and this is what we got right here going on. I hadn't even hung my gator or my spirit bow buck from last year. But once I get these deer processed and all, I'm gonna start back. I'm gonna try to kill a couple more deer, and we're gonna get after the hogs real hard and heavy. But I just wanted to let y'all know I got some good stuff coming. I think I'm gonna have a really good video of that buck I just killed. I mean, he went down in sight from the shot. He was 37 steps and fell over, and it's all in one clip. So just stand by with me, hang out, and we're gonna get y'all some good stuff coming. I will be saving this arrow just as it is. This is the arrow I killed that deer with. This is a 70-75 ace with a 200 grain Super Express on it. Heck, just for the heck of it. Let me find my scale here, and I'll show y'all what this setup weighs. Like I said, look at this. I mean, my shop is never like this. That just shows you how hard I've been going between work and hunting. Let me find this now. Hold on. Let me find my scale. Let me set this camera down. Got it on. Now let's let me put this on the concrete. It'll do a better job. Alright, where's my arrow? It's right here. Like I say, this is the arrow that I killed a deer with. And this particular arrow, 680 grains laying like that. And sometimes, let me tar it again. If you just, yeah, 680. every one of my wood arrows that I have killed a deer with this year have weighed between 680 and 715. I've killed the majority of my deer with the Ace Express, that 200 grain Super Express. Now that head there needs no introduction. I have taken, I think, 4 with tree sharks. And I had a tree shark on my string when I shot that big buck, and it's so thick there. When y'all see the video, you'll see that I didn't do any trimming at all in that video. I actually hung that stand in a pine tree that was completely engulfed with ivy, and I just took these, matter of fact, here they are right here, just a little pair of Ace clippers, and went up there and clipped out just enough for me to, you know, back up into and cover, and you'll see that in that video once I get it up, but it worked like clockwork. Go down, big boy. And the bow I've been hunting with this year is right here. Let me step over all this stuff. This is a, I've been wanting to do a video on this. This is a drop tine custom bows made by Tony Ryder up in Dahlonega. And this is his Viper. And I'll lay it right here and let y'all just see the amount of reflex deflex. I know it's hard to see with my quiver on there, but this thing is powerful. And this bow is 55 at 28, and it's 62 inches. And I pull a solid 29, probably about 29 and a half. So I'm pulling minimum 57 pounds with it. And I have had multiple pass-throughs with that bow. I've shot, when I say pass-through, I'm talking about arrows laying on the ground or sticking in the dirt on the other side of the animal. I've spared a bunch of my Sherwood shafts this year, for sure. This thing right here, I mean, that's 2 right there, and I have refletched and cleaned up these 2 arrows right here that you see. Maybe 3. I might have cleaned that one up too. You just got a broadhead on it, but that's what I've been up to. And I'm gonna get this deer processed, and I'm gonna get to work on that video. Like I said, I've got a lot of, I let that deer walk last year being tagged out, and then he got hit by a car, and it's a whole story. But I'll get all that coming to y'all as soon as I can. Oh, one more thing. I was gonna show you my favorite setup. Is that Millennium M8. There's one you can actually see right there. And this super simple, super lightweight, and it weighs I don't know. Y'all can look them up. I'm not gonna get into all that, but super light, easy to hang stand with a wide, comfortable seat. I bought 2 early in the year, and I just ordered 3 more when I caught them on sale for $189 and free shipping. But I got the Skeletor sticks. I've got a 4-to-1 sticks with a 3-step aider that I use for like my mobile, go in, hang and hunt stuff. And I've also got a couple sets of the Rubicon sticks, the 2-step fixed sticks. I can't, me personally, I have to have the steps with with 2 footholds. I got a bad foot on my right foot. My right foot and ankles are giving me fits, and my left hip is a problem. So I have to have 2, because if I put a lot of pressure on my right foot and ankle, it goes to hurting. If I put a lot of pressure on my left, my hip goes to hurting. I had to quit hunting out of a saddle completely because of my hip. But anyway, just wanted to give y'all a little update of what's been going on, and I'll get some videos pumped out to y'all as soon as I can. Appreciate you watching. Thanks for tagging along, and y'all count your blessings, and we'll see you on the next one.